Okay, so I think so we'll start. Um, Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the eighth session of this long journey. And I remember our first conversation that we started was demystify technical analysis. So we are going to, continue. This is going to be the second last session, and I'm sure the last session will be the, everything that you have kind of wished for. Mine just quickly wanted to check if you're recording the session because I don't see any recording light on. So if just wanted to check on that. It's being recorded?
Yes, Vishal, I'm recording it.
Okay, awesome. Okay. So last time we did about what we call as a leading indicator. And we talked about RSI and how detailed we went into RSI. There is one more indicator which is stochastic. We are going to cover it in the next session because this is going to be the one of the most crucial and important session that I really wanted to focus on. So need to spend some time with this on this. So we have combined one indicator, which is volatility band, what we call as a Bollinger Bands. And then we are going to talk about position sizing, psychology, money management, which I think is crux. And very few people actually pay attention to it. And with all my experience, I can tell you, I think so you should start from there and then you should have a system. But we will talk about the journey and how we can kind of build on our psychology. So let's just first understand one of the indicators which I think is very important, and especially if you are an option trader, maybe an option buyer or option seller. It is up to you what kind of a trader you are. But definitely one of the most crucial component that goes into deciding um, in terms of the volatility is this volatility bands. So now what is this Bollinger bands? Let's start it understanding very easily. आराम से सीखेंगे. Basically, if I wanted to I'm a BSc statistician, तो वो सब तो दिखाना ही पड़ेगा. Statistics नहीं दिखाऊंगा तो कैसे चलेगा? So they say, right, there are three kind of lies in the world: lie, super lie and statistics. Statistics से आप कुछ भी करवा सकते हो. अगर आपने they also say that if you massage the data, or if you there is a word called as if you punish the data so much, the data will give you something at least. And that's the thing here. What has happened is, if you go back to your school days and or college days, you would have studied about statistics and what we call as a normal curve distribution, right? So what is basically you say is आपकी स्कूल में जितने भी बच्चे हैं, उनको एक लाइन में खड़ा कर दो. ओके और उनको हाइट से फ्रॉम अ लोएस्ट हाइट टू द हाईएस्ट हाइट, and somewhere you will find something. There are people who will be in this segment, there will be a student who will be part of this segment, but most of them will be in somewhere around this range, right? So 5 5, कोई 3 मतलब 4 5 रहेगा, कोई 5 5 रहेगा, कोई 6 5 रहेगा, but most of them will be around 5.5. I'm just giving some numbers, right? So it is nothing but what we have found out in any large set of data, you will have this normal distribution. And now what does this normal distribution says is, अगर आप कोई data को लेके एक normal curve में डालते हो, and this is what we call as a median or an average, which is depicted by x bar, और कुछ एक standard deviation होता है. I don't want to go into too much of statistics on this, but just for an understanding कि अगर ये 5.5 है और ये 4.5 है, so there is a deviation, right? And then there is, अगर मैं ये 6.5 पे जाता हूँ, so there is a deviation from the mean. How much they are different, or how much they have deviated from most of them which are in the 5.5 category. So this is what is called as a standard deviation. So let's for an example, अगर यही philosophy एक बंदा था जॉन बॉलिंगर करके, what he said is, if I take a 20-day moving average, if I take a 20-day moving average, which can be represented by this value. Now prices can go up and down, obviously. So there is an average of 20 days, which is our trading month. And then there are prices going up and down. So there is a standard deviation. So he calculates a standard deviation. Now in statistics term, they say x bar plus 2 standard deviation. And this is something called as a x bar minus 2 standard deviation. Now, what is this x bar plus 2 standard deviation and x bar minus 2 standard deviation? Let's understand from our stock example. Say, assuming you take an average of a stock whose 20-day moving average is at say 100, and you see the prices actually going to 105, then you can see them going to 115. During this period, you can also see the prices going to 95, 90. Okay, these are the various closing prices. On an average, if you calculate the standard deviation, it comes out to say a level of say 10. Okay, now if I'm going to take this value as 10, now what I know is x bar plus 2 standard deviation is 120, and x bar minus 2 standard deviation is nothing but 80. So what it actually tells you, that there is a 95% probability. How much? 95% probability that the next observation, the next closing will be between this particular value, between 80 and 120. There is 2.5% probability that the closing can be greater than 120, and there is 2.5% probability that the closing can be less than 80, say maybe 78. Okay, so now what you're trying to do is trying to find out probabilities, and most of the time the prices will try to remain between this range. Okay, if you see this is the range that the prices would try to remain in the next observation or the next closing prices. Now this is what John Bollinger did, and he plotted them on a moving average and calculated the standard deviation, and that's why he called them as a Bollinger bands. Now, what is our Bollinger bands? If you see over here, and let's talk about how the signals are coming from these Bollinger bands. Now, this is a 20 period moving average, right? So it is basically a monthly moving average. One way of looking at this is, if you go back to that example I've taken, let me just draw another one. So this is like a normal curve. This is your X bar. There is 95% probability. This is X bar. Say, assuming something goes outside this band, so there is a high probability that it comes inside the band, because the next observation will try to, because the probability is higher. Similarly, if the prices goes below this band, there is a high probability that it will come inside the band. And this is what we call as a typical Bollinger Band buying and selling bounce system. So if you draw a Bollinger Band, you can see most of the time the prices are between these bands. Now, whenever the prices went outside the band, there is a high probability that the prices will come back inside the band. Now, when they did, it basically trying to go back to the mean. They will try to go back to the moving average. So whatever, say here, you can come and tell me, Vishal, you would have got stopped out. And yes, the answer is yeah, you would have got stopped out. But how would you trade this system? You have to understand the system first. This is an outside band. This is an inside bar. Now, what you need to do is either you can buy at the closing if you are an aggressive trader, but then you should put your stop losses just below the low of this band, the low of this bar. But if you are a conservative trader, then you should put a trigger price के अगर इसके ऊपर गया तो ही I will buy. If the prices goes above this high of this bar, then only I will go long, and which it didn't. Now the prices again came outside the band and then come inside the band. Now here what I can see is during the day it gapped up, but during the day it came, touched the high of the previous bar. You went long with a stop loss of this and a target price of moving average. Similarly, outside the band, inside the band, you mark the high of the bar, or if you're an aggressive trader, you can take at the closing this as your stop loss and this bar low as your target price. Here, what happens is just missed by a stop loss, or you would have got triggered out. Now, similarly, if I wanted to go short on the market, the same thing can happen. Market goes up outside the band. Till that point of time, it is always inside the band. So no trading signal for us. Outside the band, inside the band, a red candle that tells you the prices are trying to go back to the mean. Now that's where you will start looking for a sell signal, either at the close. If I put the closing as an entry price, the high of this bar is my stop loss, and a 20 period moving average is your target price. In this scenario, it actually directly started with the average. Again, outside the band, inside the bar, low of the bar breached, you would go for the target over here. Guys, this is a very simple system, but I don't use it. Okay, the way it has been taught in the book. There are ways you can actually, but this is a broader understanding for you that what a Bollinger Band try to do. They try to capture the prices between a standard deviation bands. Now, another system that I think you should look for and which I think so works better than the bounce system is this one. It's called as the Bollinger Band spring system. Now I have named them. You can name it whatever you want to name them. It's nothing but बचपन में हम लोग ने वो बॉल पेन के स्प्रिंग आती थी राइट इन द बॉल पेन यू यूज्ड टू हैव अ स्प्रिंग so the spring was like this and when you squeeze it it will used to get squeezed and when you release it it will become normal and I used to have a lot of fun with that and I never knew that I will be using those same principle in trading. So what has happened is there is a very good study and scientifically proven that volatility has 2 or 3 characteristics. The first characteristic of volatility is it is mean reverting. What do I mean by that mean reverting? Volatility will go from a high volatile period to low volatile period to a high volatile period. So they will keep on mean reverting from a high volatility to a low volatility. From a low volatility, they will go to a high volatility. Now, if you think in that direction, if you see the prices are moving too big, and if you see the Bollinger bands that we have plotted on ITC, they are quite wide. Why? Because the prices were very volatile. And as I told you, after a high volatile period, the prices will try to go for a low volatility period. As you can see, the Bollinger bands have started to squeeze in. And this is basically what we call as a, squeezing of our spring. And then once the price is here, one fake out trade happened. It showed that this is going to be a bull or a big trade on the upside, which got negated. You get out of here, put a stop loss and get out. But then again, the spring was still squeezed. It was not like a wide open spring. Now, as you can see over here, the closing was below the band. And this is a very good indication. Okay, this is when after a big squeeze, when there is a closing outside the band, usually they tend to persist in that direction. And this is a classic example of how squeezing of a band and then starts coming out. And usually if you are an option buyer, usually people, we want to do this kind of a trade either just before the earning announcement. So make sure that before the earning announcement, you are having a squeeze in the volatility, which will never be the case because in the anticipation of the results, prices would have moved ahead. But usually what you should do is like way 1 month in advance, you can start looking at the earning announcement that are going to come in that month. And if you get this kind of particular positions where the Bollinger bands are squeezed, then you can buy straddles. Why do you buy a straddle? Because the volatility is pretty small. So the option premium that you will get is pretty cheap, right? And we don't want to go into an option trading session right now, but the point here we are trying to make over here is we want to buy a straddle which is cheap. And when the volatility comes in, your delta will favor you, your volatility will favor you. And that's why what we say is after a big squeeze, you would want to be a buyer of an option. And after a big volatility which has come up, you really want to be a seller of an option. Now, there is a big debate in the financial Twitter world and LinkedIn and everywhere that only buyers make money. There are only sellers make money. My point is everybody makes money and everybody loses money, but nobody talks about it, right? So you have to define what you are good at what point of time. Obviously, if you are going to go to Adelaide, तो वहां पे आप स्पिनर बॉलर को लेके नहीं जाओगे, right? You want to take fast bowlers because the pitch is fast. Similarly, if they come to India, there is no point of taking the fast bowler. You would really want spinners because Indian pitch turns. So you either buyer or seller, it's a debatable thing that we want to not get into. We want to see what is the current scenario, what is the best strategy for it. Okay. So in this scenario, what we see is KK Bollinger band squeeze ho gaya. And then there is a closeout. What I will do is the previous bar of the closing. So in this scenario, if you see, This would have been my stop loss. This bar closed outside the band. The previous bar low is my stop loss, which got triggered here. In this scenario, prices close outside the band. That means the volatility is coming back. Previous bar high is my stop loss. And then I trail my stop loss with a 20 period moving average. So this is what I call as a spring system, which you can definitely look for. If you ask me, these are the two which has been taught and kind of talked about in YouTube everywhere. Personally, my experience, if you really ask me, I would trade this system rather than spring or a bounce back system. I'm not saying this is the best or this is the worst. I prefer to trade divergences. Now, what does this tell me? It's a very interesting setup, and we will see with some live charts. Okay. After a big fall, the RSI, which we have studied last time, goes below 20. Okay. Or 30. And then the prices makes another lower low. So I would have assumed that even the RSI should make a new low, because RSI is nothing but the momentum of the prices. But in this scenario, what happened? Prices to niche gaye, lekin RSI upar ja rahi hai. And if you remember from our previous session, right, we talked about it. Like, what do you call it? Is it a, which divergence it is? Which divergence it is? MACD was the indicator that we used, Pushkaraj. Is it a bullish divergence or a bearish divergence, or a positive or a negative divergence? Arun is saying positive, then Shanwar, Dhyaneshwar, positive divergence. Anyone else want to take a guess? Is it a positive or a negative, or a bullish or a bearish? Calvin, Shubhadev, all of them are right. It is a positive divergence. But look what happens. The most important thing that you really want to see when those divergences are happening, okay? Market went outside the band, Bollinger Band, okay? And when this happened, it still did not was able to close outside the band. And that is a very good indication that the downside fall has been completed and the volatility will go back on the upside. And that's what John Bollinger, who has written a book on Bollinger Bands, advocated it. He used to call them, or he called them what he calls as a W setups. Now, what do you mean by W setups? You can see my paint, right? You are able to see my paint.
Yes, Vishal.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So now what he used to call them as a W setup is basically assuming this was a Bollinger Band, okay, lower Bollinger Band. So this was something like this. So there was a bottom, and assuming this was the Bollinger Band. And the second W bottom, the low, did not close below the Bollinger Band. And similarly, you have something called as RSI, right? Which does something like this. The price is going down, but not closing outside the Bollinger Band. But the RSI actually makes a positive divergence or a bullish divergence. So what you should do? When the swing top or the middle of the swing bar is taken out, you go long. That turns out to be a very profitable trades. Okay. So this is what it is. So in our case, what was the swing top between the W bottom? Is this one. So once this is taken out, you take the lowest bar, low of the previous bar low as my stop loss and go long. Till this 20 period moving average, there is no close below the 20 period moving average. So this is one of the indicators that I would want you to kind of play around with and, kind of see. Let's take some live examples. Okay. Before we jump directly into, directly jumping into, psychology part of it. Let me just change this. make it S. And by the way, Trustline has come out with this fantastic new beta product. I am sure Mayank will be talking about soon, and it is really good. So, okay, so this is an example of Bajaj Finance. Let's take some other stock, or let's talk about Bajaj Finance only for that matter. Okay. Now, let's see the year. Although it is not a very good positive divergence, but this is what you should be looking for. Okay. Now, if I come here, the price is almost. Okay. Let me. Okay. So this is the problem with the new. I'm playing around with it. Okay. Let me start with normal moving average only. Horizontal line. Okay. So if you see, market makes a almost a double bottom, whereas you can see over here the price, the RSI is actually going up, whereas the prices are remaining flat. And this is what we call as the first is closing outside the band, but the second one is just touching the Bollinger Band and trying to go up. And this is a very good indication that the market has kind of made a bottom around it. Another example I wanted to show you here, although this was closing outside the band, but let's see here. Can anybody on the mute? Like, okay, now if you see the prices are going down, but if you see RSI going up, it is making something called as a W pattern. So if I wanted to draw something like this would be something like this, right? So this is what we call as a W pattern. So this becomes your trigger point. If the price starts going above this is a very good idea that this has been formed and now we are in a bull market. Now, so this is how you should look for your W patterns. And once, and on the opposite of it, what we call them as a M pattern. So you will see something like this. Let me just delete all this. So now if you see over here, this is a classical M pattern. What do I mean by classical M pattern? Prices went up, came down, made another top, and then came down. Now, if you see, I would have imagined the prices were making higher highs, and that's what our classical, let me just expand this for our understanding. If you see the market is making higher tops, what is RSI was doing? It's actually making a lower top. Now, this is a very good indication when this particular bottom of the end is reached, you take the high of the previous bar as your stop loss and you go short. And now this is how you can use M bar pattern or a W pattern on a Bollinger Band. I hope everybody's clear with the concept of it and you just play around with it. And when on the next session will be very interesting one where we will take charts and we will start applying the things that we have learned. And obviously we can go wrong, but we will say if I want to do analysis of a chart, what are the things that I should be looking at? And this will be like, we will decide a stock and we will do the analysis together. So it will be like a more of hand holding what we should be doing when we are looking at those chart patterns. There will be no hindsight analysis. We will try to do what is going to happen in the future with our support and resistance and develop a complete trading plan for that particular stock or an index that we are going to trade. Okay. Now, Now let me just come to the most important and the best part of it. Okay. So this is how the real market functions. Okay. How many of you believe like this? Okay. How many of you trade like this? A person is saying, I've got a stock here that could really excel. He's talking to someone. Somebody hears really excel. Somebody hears him out and excel. During that period of time, he only hears sell. Then he hears sell, 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 sell. Everybody's panicking and selling it. The, the person is saying, this is madness. I can't take it anymore. Goodbye. He just said goodbye. The other person says goodbye. Bye, 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 bye. And this person again gets an information. I've got a good stock here. And I think so it should really excel. And the psychology again continues. Can you see what is happening? I will never forget, okay? I will never forget how people trade. When I was just out of college and started trading in the market, and I remember categorically, P. Chidambaram was announcing a budget. और उन्होंने budget में एक announcement किया that I'm going to help the SSI to the tune of some 10,000 crores or 20,000 crores. And you would not believe, but people started buying a software solution company called as SSI, जो training करता है computer की. It hit a upper circuit. Now, what Chidambaram was referring to was SSI stands for Small Sector Industry. The minute he says SSI 10,000 crores, people just found out which is the stock name SSI, started buying it, and it hit a 20% upper circuit. Do you think this is how we are going to trade? And people will make money out of this? No, they're not going to make money like that. And that's the problem. This is the normal day how market functions. And you really want to take one step back and understand why we are not making money, or what if you can, what if you can really kind of take a different approach to trading. And always remember that we have been hearing and we know from our own trading accounts, and I personally blowing up account in my early part of career, that 90% of the trader lose money. But the person who makes 10% of the money, it takes the 90% of the money that has been lost by the market, right? So that's why everybody wants to be a profitable trader. So let's talk about what it takes to be a profitable trader. And if you ask me, if you really want to understand, okay, what a profitable trader should be, you should read book called as Market Wizard. Okay. The Market Wizard book series, there is a series of book called as Market Wizard, New Market Wizard, Stock Market Wizard, Hedge Fund Wizard. And I was the first one to order when he wrote something called as Unknown Market Wizard, which just came in 1st of November. And I've been reading that book. Now, these are the people who started like us only, who traded small account, blew up their account. One time, there is a trader called as Mark Cook, who borrowed money from his father and lost all of them. He borrowed money from his mom and lost all of them, and now managing multi-billion dollars. We don't want to borrow money from people. At least we can learn from them what not to do. Okay, and that's the most important thing. And that's why I learned a lot of stuff from those particular book or the strategies. They will be not mentioning any strategy over there. Trust me, they'll be talking about a lot of psychology. Now, if I want to give you, let's put it this way, okay? And I want your participation in it. And you can put it on chat. So there are 3 pillars, okay? Three pillars, I call them, for a trading, successful trading. 1, 2, and 3, on which your trading career can remain. Okay, I know there will be 4th, but usually we will take about 3. One is psychology, one is money management, and one is trading system, like RSI, Bollinger Bands. And if I give you say 100 points, to distribute between technical analysis or trading strategies, be it fundamental, technical, or whatever you are doing, money management, and psychology. How would you distribute your 100 points? Like trading psychology 50, I'm just giving some examples, money management 30, and psychology 20, or you may want to reverse it. So what would you do? So 40, 30, 30 is psychology is 40, 30 is money management, trading systems is 30, right, Vinod? Okay. What else? Anybody wants to take a guess? 30, 40, 30. Okay, interesting. 50, 30, 20. 50, 30, 20. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Nice. Good to see. Ashok is very smart. He says 33, 33, 33. Everything is important, which is very true. But ideally, he gave this, kind of experiment to all the market wizard. And I think some Mrutyunjay came closest. Everybody talk about this. Can you beat this? Psychology. And these are the people who are managing multi-billion-dollar hedge funds. Okay. They say 60% important is the psychology, 30% is money management, and only 10%. We just spent 8 days or 8 Saturdays learning only this. But what is the most important thing? This and this. Now, why did we learn this? Okay, so don't underestimate the power of trading strategies and trading systems. If you do not have a positive strategy, okay, when I say positive, matlab in the long run, there is something called as a positive expectancy. This and this is no use. अब कितना भी कर लो, अगर आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी में एज नहीं है, आपकी स्ट्रेटेजी में दम नहीं है, आप खाली मनी मैनेजमेंट और साइकोलॉजी लगा के कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, क्योंकि आपका जो डिले है, you will blow up your account slowly because your money management and psychology was good. But you need to have a positive expectancy system, which is the most important thing, and not denying to it. But from a retail trader, if you really want to become a very good trader or a big trader, then this and this becomes a very important point. Okay. So that's where we are going to focus today, that how psychology and money management can be taken care of. And I will share some of my personal experience and examples of how do I go about building my psychology and money management of the system. And trust me, this is not the holy grail, but at least I can share my experience with you. When I look at system or when I do trading, what are the things that I look at? So there is a very good statement done by a guy. In God we trust, other please bring the data. So this is done by Edward Deming. So I have just taken an example of one of the training that I did on a particular system college based on a classical pivot. You will definitely have it, right? I don't want to go into the details of this strategy because it's just another course by itself. But I just wanted to give you some idea about how psychology and money management can be do. So I've taken out, you can go to this website, Market Scanner, which is my blog, and you can put training, and there is a classical pivot where we talk about this strategy. This is a nifty strategy, buying and selling. We made about 15,776 points. And now don't ask me get into like, sir, इसमें HTT add किया, brokerage add किया, नहीं कुछ नहीं add किया, ठीक है? I'm just trying to focus right now on the psychology and the money management. And this is a nice looking equity curve for this particular strategy. This is backtested on ME Broker, and this gives you a drawdown. Drawdown is nothing but how much money you have lost over a period of time. It tells you that I've been profitable 49% of the time, I've been losing 50% of the time. Okay, well, how much points do I make on an average? So on average, I make about 7 points. Now, this is the backtested result, like when I would have bought, when I would have sold, how much money I would have made, or how many points I would have made. So this tells me about, on an average, how many nifty points I would have made on this particular system. Looking very good, okay? पैसा कैसे बनेगा अभी? Then, if the strategy was very good, then why would people stop trading the system? Okay, again, I know a lot of you will have a same question that I have been answering all the time. इसमें STT नहीं ऐड हुआ है, इसमें transaction cost नहीं हुआ, इसमें brokerage नहीं हुआ. That is one thing. I'm telling you that it is a profitable after that also, because I'm trading it personally. People stop trading. Why would people stop trading a system? Because they don't go into the data. उन्होंने कुछ backtest किया और ये number देख लिया. 1600 पॉइंट, 1500 पॉइंट, 1100 पॉइंट, 1100 पॉइंट, 1900 पॉइंट, 1000 पॉइंट, 1200 पॉइंट. वेरी नाइस, वेरी गुड सिस्टम. चलो, let's start trading it. I know 90% of the people who took the training are not trading it, and that is the sequence for all the training that you do. And I'm sure after learning all these 8 Saturdays, and how many of us are there, only 10% of them will still be sticking to the system and be doing what we are talking about right now. Okay, what is the problem is the people don't dig into the data to understand the psychology. Now what I have done is I've built a table which talks about losing streak. What do I mean by losing streak? Say basically after a lose, how many consecutive losses that I had. Okay, so in my entire data that you have checked from 2008 to 2019, okay, I have taken each trade. So after I had a 2 consecutive losing trades 175 times. And if I would have combined them together, I would have got 9,509 point as a loss, total loss. And out of which 117 was a maximum loss. See, this is not a big figure that you will see, because you are not going to get all the consecutive things. What scares people is this part. Okay? And they stop trading. Is basically I had 4 losing streak. मतलब मैंने ट्रेड किया, लॉस हुआ, ट्रेड किया, लॉस हुआ, ट्रेड किया, लॉस हुआ. I did it 48 times. Can you beat that? मतलब मैंने 4 ट्रेड किए, चारों के 4 मेरे लॉस मेकिंग हुए. That tells you कि बॉस, I am better prepared that at least मेरा 4-5 तो लॉस होने ही वाला है. And things start getting worse because you don't dig into the data. But I had a streak of 8 consecutive losses, not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 times. Okay, let me repeat it for you. I had a consecutively 8 losing trades, not 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. What do I mean by that? Trade liya loss, 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 ट्रेड लिया लॉस, ट्रेड लिया लॉस, ट्रेड लिया लॉस, जाके बाद में प्रॉफिट आया. मैं बोलते बोलते काफी लोग ने तो ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम छोड़ दी रहेगी. फॉरगेट अबाउट स्टिकिंग टू द सिस्टम. यू आर गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? एंड दिस इज साइकोलॉजी. नाउ व्हाट इज द विनिंग स्ट्रिक? नाउ पीपल थिंक and they get overboard. You had a 8 consecutive winning streak 2 times in this 2008 to 2019 data, which is a good 12 years data. And you will feel like a god. क्या बोलोगे पता है? ट्रेड लिया प्रॉफिट, 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 8 times. You feel like, boss, I am the god. 9 ट्रेड पे आप पूरा पैसा लगा दोगे. You have found a holy grail. And what happens? Boom, you are out of the market. And a lot of people also stop trading because they are winning too much. Okay, what do I mean by that? अगर मेरे को 5 कंसेक्यूटिव, मतलब 4 कंसेक्यूटिव ट्रेड के बाद 5वां मैं ट्रेड नहीं करता था, आई वुड हैव मिस्ड ट्रेडिंग दिस 16 टाइम्स. अगर इफ आई हैड अ फिलॉसफी कि अगर 4 प्रॉफिटेबल ट्रेड हुआ, अभी बाद में बस हो गया, बहुत पैसा मिल गया, अभी चला जाएगा, आपने 5वां ट्रेड लिया ही नहीं. What? Imagine that was a profitable trade. आपने बोला ओ शिट यार 5वां ट्रेड तो प्रॉफिटेबल था, क्यों नहीं लिया? लेकिन नहीं यार 5 तो अभी हो गया है, अभी नहीं लेते। गेस व्हाट, 6ठा वाला प्रॉफिटेबल होता था 7 टाइम। बात बोलोगे यार विशाल जाने दे, ये देखना ही नहीं मुझे। बोलता है कि अभी ट्रेड नहीं लूंगा मैं, क्योंकि 6 ट्रेड के बाद तो ऑब्वियसली लॉस होने वाला है। You would not have taken a trade. 7 trade was a profitable trade. 4 times. And that's why people stop trading either in losing streak. They also stop trading in a winning streak. यह बहुत कम लोग जानते हैं, और आई एम श्योर 90% ऑफ द पीपल विल नॉट कम टू दिस लेवल। पर कहीं ना कहीं वो जब भी व्हेन यू हिट अ विनिंग स्ट्रीक, आपके दिमाग में सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन क्या आएगा पता है? बहुत पैसा मिल गया ये मंथ के लिए, छोड़ दो। क्यों? बिकॉज यूजुअली पैसा यहीं पे बनता है। अगर व्हेन यू आर राइट ना, यू आर वेरी राइट। राकेश झुंझुनवाला का एक वीडियो है रमेश दमानी के साथ, जस्ट गूगल सर्च इट, राकेश दमानी विद राकेश झुंझुनवाला। ओके, he used this word very carefully. ठीक है, what is your strategy? राकेश जी, what is your strategy? And he says, વધારે વધારે લેવાનું, ઘટાડે ઘટાડે વેચવાનું. What do I mean by that? વધારે વધારે લેવાનું. That means if the prices are going up, what we do? We book out. What Rakesh Jhunjhunwala does, he buys more. That is what we call as the anti-martingale multi-management system. વધારે વધારે લેવાનું means if the prices are going up, Titan was trading at 50 rupees, he bought. It went up to 100 rupees, he bought. It went to 300, he bought. It went to 600, he bought. हम लोग क्या करते, 50 वाला 150 हो गया, ओ डबल से 3 गुना हो गया, बेच दो। और वो जब भी 1000 रुपया हो गया तो जाके खाली स्टोरी बोलेंगे अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ कि पता है 50 में मैंने टाइटन लिया था, 150 में बेच दिया। और उसके बाद 1000 हो गए, उसका क्या? Right? I think so someone needs to be on mute. Yeah. So this is the most important thing that people stop trading system. Whatever आप कर रहे हो, ठीक है? Now remember this, अगर it's a discretionary system या system based, आप कुछ भी ले लो, ठीक है? उसमें सबसे important है, you need to know you will be going wrong a lot of time. Market में जब भी लोग आते हैं ना, they think that the market is a money making machine. Trust me, 10 years I can tell you it is not. And बचपन से हमको सिखाया गया है to not to make money in the market. How? बचपन से, I'm repeating again, बचपन से हमको सिखाया गया, from the childhood we have been trained not to make money in the market. How? One second guys, I think so somebody needs to be on mute. KK Sharma ji, आपको mute, okay. You need to go on mute. Okay. So what बचपन से हमको क्यों सिखाया गया कि not to make money in the market? I will tell you. आपको, आपके बच्चे को आउट ऑफ 20 मार्क्स 19 मार्क्स आए, आप पहला क्वेश्चन क्या पूछते हो? हमारे मॉम डैड ने क्या पूछा रहेगा जब भी हम लोग को 20 में से 19 मार्क्स आए तभी? What did our parent ask? Can anybody put it out in the chat? What would you ask your child or yourself, or when you were child, 19 out of 20? Why you lose 1 mark? 1 mark कहाँ गया? बराबर है? Everybody of us, right? शर्मा जी के बेटे को तो 20 okay. See what has happened. From the childhood we have been trained to think that you need to be right all the time, and that's how you will be right in your career. Yes, you need to be going on mute please. Yeah, okay. बचपन से हमको सिखाया गया है कि you need to be right all the time, and stock market is a profession where you will be going wrong a lot many times. Okay, if you think, take out your trades, अपने जो भी ट्रेडिंग की है ट्रस्ट लाइन के लेजर में जाओ, सब हिस्ट्री निकालो, आपके सब ट्रेड्स निकालो, ट्रेड्स में देखो कि जो आपका सबसे बड़ा लॉस था ना, आई एम श्योर यस बैंक रहेगा, DHFL रहेगा, रिलायंस कम्युनिकेशन रहेगा, रिलायंस कैपिटल रहेगा, सब बड़े लॉस मेकिंग ट्रेड निकालो आपके, विच वुड हैव ईटन अवे योर बिगेस्ट प्रॉफिटेबल ट्रेड्स। वो सब बड़े लॉसेस एक टाइम पे सबसे छोटे लॉस थे, बट यू डिड नॉट took that small losses because from the childhood you wanted to be right. to make money. All your big losses were small at one point of time. But in the mindset that अगर मैं लॉस बुक कर लेता हूं तो मैं तो हार मान रहा हूं. If you ask me, I'm only 50% trader. I still make money month on month, by the way. Because I know there is no guarantee in the market. I will take whatever the small stop losses that I'm going to take it. It is okay to take small losses. It is not okay to take big losses. And this is what a Monte Carlo simulation has been done. Rakesh Junjunwala की accuracy, and he himself says कि मैं 45 से 50% time ही right होता हूँ. I am right between 45 to 50% of the time. That means if he has traded for more than 5,000 times, there is a probability of losing streak. Usko, there is a chance that he can get 18 consecutive losses in a row. Should I repeat? If you are trading a system and on a database or in the trade list of 5,000 trades, there is a probability streak of 18 consecutive losses that you can get. मतलब मैंने तो 8 दिखाए थे, आप तो 8 में ही बंद कर दिया था ना ट्रेडिंग, right? But if I, and the number of trades, I don't know how many trades I have done it. Let's see. I did only 2,000 trades. Okay. In 2,000 trades, I had a consecutive loss of 8. And what is my accuracy of my system? Around 50%. So where do I stand? At 50%, I should be mentally prepared to take actually 16. And it all adds up. मैंने 2,000 trade लिए थे. When I talked about if you take 5,000 trades, I will have 16 consecutive losses. Guys, come on, be realistic. Trading, making money in the market is not easy. अगर कोई बोलता है वो झूठ बोल रहा है. ठीक है, वो YouTube पे देखते हो ना 1000% बनाने का तरीका, वो खाली YouTube बना के ही पैसा बना लिया उसने. Even if you have an accuracy system of 80% on a 5,000 trade basis, you can hit 7 consecutive losses. That means you will go wrong a lot. अगर आपने मेंटली ये प्रिपेयर हो चुके हो ना कि आई कैन गो रॉन्ग, देन ओनली ये मार्केट में पैसा बन सकता है. आपका ईगो रूम के बाहर छोड़ के आओ तो ही पैसा बनेगा, वरना पैसा नहीं बनेगा आपसे. ठीक है. लेट मी शो यू दैट हाउ द हिस्ट्री ऑफ 8 losing streak happened. It happened in 2009. Can you see 1 loss, 2 loss, 3 loss, 4 loss, 5 loss, 6 loss, 7 loss, 8 loss. I had 8 consecutive losses. But what happened here? मेरा 2100 and this is the cumulative profit of Nifty points. मैंने 2129 profit बनाया था, right? I had 8 consecutive losses. What happened? My 2129 went up to 1992 points. And then I had 2 big winners. I had 2 big winners. Where did my 2129, after only 3 trades, I was back to the break even. Is it not funny? मतलब मैंने 2129 पॉइंट पे था मैं प्रॉफिटेबल. उसके बाद मुझे 8 कंसेक्यूटिव लॉसेस हुए. 1 2 3 4. Just hold on, huh? Why? One second, guys. Sorry. I will stop the video for a second, guys. Yeah. Give it the laser. Okay. So, you can hear me, right, Mayank?
Yes, Vishal.
Yeah, sorry about this disturbance. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Yes. That's working from home for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope you can see me, right?
Right, I can see you.
Okay, perfect. So now if you see over here that this is 2129 was my loss making trades. And then I had 8 consecutive losses, and then I had 3 profitable trades, or at least 2 profitable trade, and I was back to my 2129 or 2134 points. I just took 3 profitable trades. Can you see? 1, 2, 3. I was back to my previous equity curve. That's the beauty about sticking to a system. It is okay to take small losses. Let me show you another losing streak that 8 consecutive losses, right? That does not mean it hit all my stop losses. 1, 2, 3. So these are the losses, by the way. Percentage change, dekhna mat. Percentage of profit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 consecutive losses. Before my losing streak started, I had a loss of 8,364 points. It took me 1, 2, 3 just to get back to the same level or maybe greater than that. Because when I had a 8,300 points, then I had a losing streak. I had a 100-point loss. But 3 profitable trade put me ahead of my curve at 8,500 points. What just happened? I had 8 consecutive losses, but just 3 profitable trade. I am again positive. The problem is 1, 2, 3, 4 के बाद पूरी दुकान बंद कर दोगे आप. 5, 6, 7, 8 तो सो ही जाओगे, करोगे ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो फ्रॉड सिस्टम है, कुछ नहीं चलता है. 3 profitable trade turn into a profitable system again, because a lot of the people will stop trading it this. So I get this question when I disclose all my strategies also, when I train people and I actually teach what I trade myself. So I get this question that, sir, if you disclose all the strategy, will it stop working? And the answer is no, because a lot of people will stop trading in during this period of time. A lot of people, when they will hit a drawdown, they will stop trading this period of time. And this is what happens here. 3 profitable trades, I'm back to the break even. Now, what's the problem with the other problem? Winning streak. हम लोग तो सोचते हैं कि खाली लॉस मेकिंग में ही प्रॉब्लम है. नहीं, प्रॉफिटेबल में भी प्रॉब्लम है. क्यों? 1 प्रॉफिटेबल, 2 प्रॉफिटेबल, 3 प्रॉफिटेबल, 4 के बाद हम लोग सोचना चालू कर देते, अरे इतना पैसा बन गया, अभी ट्रेडिंग बंद कर देते हैं, वरना तो लॉस हो जाएगा. What happened here? This 3,800 jumped to 3,956. You know, a good 100, 200 points. No, 3,700 wala 3,956, almost 150 points jump. I was able to capture because of that. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 profitable trade. Another profitable trade. 11,800 wala moved up to 12,200 points jump. But the problem is, you would, after 4 or 5 profitable trade, you will stop trading the system, because you will think कि इतना पैसा जो बना है वो चला जाएगा. And what happens? And that's why people don't make money in the market. And that's why I have this statement. Markets are nothing but a systematic transfer of money from an undisciplined trader to a disciplined trader. Let me again repeat it. Markets are nothing but systematic transfer of money from an undisciplined trader to a disciplined trader. Now somebody will tell, ये Warren Buffett का आपने copy कर लिया है. He says from an impatient investor to a patience. But मैं तो trader हूँ. So for me, it is, markets are nothing but a systematic transfer of money from an undisciplined trader to a disciplined trader. Nothing more than that. And if you go back on Money Control and read my article, I was very bad trader. But when I became disciplined, the game changed for me. And that's what it's all about. Okay. And this is statement that nobody likes to hear, but I really want to put it in your face. Okay, this is the fact. To become a consistently profitable trader, you need to be a consistent loser. I have won some championship, like 7 consecutive months I've been making money, right? But I've been only right 50% of the time. I'm a consistent loser. I'm a very good loser. I'm a very good loser. Whenever stop loss hits, I'm out. Whenever stop loss hits, I'm out. Whenever stop loss hit, out. So to become a consistent profitable, you need to be a consistent loser. क्योंकि आप give a best of the best traders that I know are only right about 50 to 55% of the time. If they are very good, they will be 60% of the time right. And going by that probability of 50 to 60% of the time, you will assume 18%, 18 consecutive losing streak can come to you. ठीक है? So it is okay to take losses. What it is not okay is to take big losses. It is okay to take small losses. Now this is what I've taken this, and this will open up your mind. I have a friend Madan who showed me, and I was like, wow. This is the same system that I talked about on that classical pivot where you buy above certain point, you sell below certain point. And this is the profitability on a week wise from 2008 to 2020. I know you cannot see it, the numbers in between, but just look at what I'm trying to show you. The red ones are the negative weeks. The red ones are the negative weeks where you have lost, and the green ones are profitable weeks. So like I made 84 points, I made 26 points, but then a losing 4 week came into my bucket. Like I lost 18 points, I lost 39 points, I lose 18 points, I lost 55 points, I lost 3 points. And then what happened? 48 points, 97 points. Kind of took care of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 week का जो मेरा लॉस था, एक ने कर दिया. This is every week. And there are so many red negative weeks, right? If I move those numbers, कि मेरा ये जो week है उसको मैंने month में convert कर दिया. If you see, the number of red months are less now. The number of red months are very less. So from a week, I went to monthly. Okay? From monthly, I went to quarterly. Can you see what happened? I had only 1, 2, 3, 4 losing quarters. Here, how many losing weeks I had? We had 4, 5 losing weeks. So in this week, if you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 losing weeks. From that, I went to a quarter where I had only 4 losing quarters. And what will open up your eyes or it will blow your mind? It never had a losing year. Every year, this strategy made money. Wow. What just happened? People are stuck here. People are, आज कितना पैसा बना? आज लेजर बैलेंस ऊपर गया कि नीचे गया? आज प्रॉफिट आया कि नहीं आया? ठीक है, ये वीक पैसा आया कि नहीं आया? ये मंथ पैसा आया कि नहीं आया? ये क्वार्टर पैसा आया कि नहीं आया? When you are trading a system, never look for daily, weekly numbers. At least look for monthly भी मैं तो नहीं देता हूँ. I look for quarterly and I look for yearly returns. And that's where you will make money. क्योंकि अगर मैं आपको ये दिखाता था ना, you would have never traded this system. But when you see this, everybody likes a green number. But nobody wants to go through the pain of 6 consecutive losing weeks. डायरेक्टली एंड फिगर जो होती है ना पॉजिटिव होनी चाहिए, पर ये जो 6 वीक जो होता है ना दिमाग खराब कर देते हैं. A lot of people will stop trading because of that. This is the most important. This is picture my very good friend Kiruba Karan has put up in one of the Quora, and I actually have this picture in front of me on my wall board because I am not like a big trader. So when I once consistently money right now, मेरा पूरा 7 महीने का प्रॉफिट कुछ बड़े बड़े ट्रेडर्स के डेली M2M से भी कम है. एंड आई हैव नो शेम इन एक्सेप्टिंग इट. उनके M2M करोड़ में जाते हैं, मैं लाख में बनाता हूँ. ठीक है, बट आई एम हैप्पी अबाउट व्हाट आई एम डूइंग बिकॉज This is the important point. A lot of people stop trading by looking at the big MTM screenshots of big traders, and they do the wrong position sizing. Okay. For a certain strategy, I started with one lot, and now I'm trading about 20 lots. I started Bank Nifty one lot, now I'm trading 20 lots. The thing is psychology. Because, yep, I have to tell you this story. So this is the bull lifting competition that happens in Athens or some Greece mein jab bhi hota tha. So everybody used to lift a bull, and whoever lifts the bulls wins the competition. Now everybody wanted to lift the bull, the big bull, from the day one. And there was a guy called a Milo, who's a puny like guy, like me, okay? इसके पास अपने से ये बुल तो नहीं उचका जाएगा, लेकिन what I can do is I can lift a calf, जो baby cow है, I can lift it. So उसने वो उठाना चालू किया, और every day with consistency, he used to lift the cow and roam around the city. What happened? As the days goes by, the cow became a hefty bull. During that period of time, he did not realize his strength is also grew. And he kept on lifting that cow that eventually became a big bull. Because during this transition, he was able to lift the bull very easily. Because उसने कभी वो भारी लगा ही नहीं. क्योंकि उसने तो काफ से चालू किया, तो उसने कभी भी डायरेक्टली 1 करोड़ का M2M देख के ट्रेडिंग नहीं किया था. उसने एक लॉट से ही चालू किया था. He became very comfortable with the trading system, whatever you are trading. Right? So you need to be comfortable of what you are trading. And a lot of people get it wrong. They directly jump with a big bull. अरे वो लोग 1 करोड़ बना रहे, 1 लाख बना रहे, 15 लाख बना रहे, 20 लाख बना रहे, जॉब छोड़ के मैं चालू कर लेता हूँ. I don't know what to say about it. Okay, don't fall in that trap of rat race. You are your worst enemy in trading. So you have to be comfortable with you. I started trading that classical pivot with one lot. I'm comfortable with it. I have no shame in accepting मैं एक lot से भी trading करता हूँ. लेकिन I am getting comfortable with the system. I'm learning tricks and tips of the system. I'm increasing my lot sizes every time I'm making profit. Guys, do this. This will help you a lot. Not looking at M2M screenshots. Okay? And this is what I always believe. Piyush, who is good friend again. So I make good professional friends, right? Everybody sees a guy who has been a successful trader, and everybody sitting here and say, it is too easy. Look at their M2M and say, boss, trading is so easy. But nobody sees how many times he has put his blood on the equity curve. This is like an equity curve, right? How many times his blood, his feet are bleeding. His emotions would have taken toll. He would have fight with someone. His execution system would not have worked. He would have lost money and then again made back that money. He would have 8 consecutive losing streak before he became a profitable trader. Nobody see all that. Everybody sees के बहुत सारे हाँ इसका तो अच्छा पैसा बन रहा है. इतना simple नहीं है पैसा बनाना. If it would be simple, everybody would be making money. And that's what we really wanted to emphasize with this entire journey of, I really want to thank Trustline to take this effort of, kind of building this portal or, kind of a medium to share what I think works. And after all this also, you can come and tell me, Vishal, it doesn't work. Possibly it may not work for you, but there are people it would have worked for them. There are certain things that has not worked for me. But at least take something, master that, and then build on that. And that's why I tell very important, psychology plays a very, 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 very important part in your trading system. When we talked about the losing streak, when we talked about how you lose money, are you ready to lose money? Then only come to the stock market. And the people who knows me, whenever I talk to them, somebody asked me, sir, आप कितना पैसा बना लेते हो? I asked him, it is the wrong question you asked me. Asked me, मैं कितना पैसा कम तोड़ सकता हूँ? Because the minute you change your focus from, return to risk, the game changes. I'm not a portfolio manager. We should be thinking ourselves as a risk manager, not a portfolio manager. हम लोग को portfolio नहीं manage करना है. अपने को रिस्क मैनेज करना है, पैसा ऑटोमेटिकली बन जाएगा. So with this, yeah, this is you can always visit our website where we put out a lot of good stuff about edges that we think, and we build strategies around it. So you can always come back here. So with this, I want to take questions. I hope this was a useful session.
Yeah, thank you, Vishal. It was an awesome session. So, guys, if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat window and we'll be happy to answer them. And Vishal will be taking the question answers for next 10 to 15 minutes.
Sure. So let me keep this picture because this is the most important picture, I feel.
Nice picture. So it was created by Piyush.
No, it was not created by Piyush. Piyush has put it out on his Twitter handle. So I always give the credit whoever I have learned from. So I don't hide in giving the credit to the people who have, kind of put it out.
So Mr. Manjunath is asking, what is the threshold for losing streak?
So Manjunath, what we just talked about here, okay? You may be mentally prepared with this. You have to first figure out, okay? Never jump into a system. Never jump into a system. Dekhe. You have to, either do a manual backtesting of your system, or even if you are not able to do manual backtesting, you can front trade it for a while, for 3 months, 6 months, to know where do you fall in this category. Okay? If your system or if your trading system gives you 45% of your winning, then you mentally be prepared, boss. 18% time on the when I am going to trade large number of times, I may get 18 consecutive losses, and these are the numbers. Okay? And trust me, I had taken 13 consecutive losses in one of the super trend strategy that I uses. 13 consecutive trade losses. And you know what? 14th was our March fall. The March fall that we had big in coronavirus. The 14th was that one. I made everything back in just one trade. And always remember, वो मेरा personal experience रहा. After a consecutive big losing streak, a big winning trade is going to come on my way. So I stick to the system.
So Vishal, next question is from Mrityunjoy. And the question is, what is the psychology strategy we should be following as per your recommendation?
What is the psychology strategy? I didn't get that part of it. What is psychology? Is basically be ready to take losses. No, yes, jokes apart, but psychology is something that underestimated. You should definitely read Market Wizard book. I would have read Market Wizard book at least 2 to 3 times, all the series, because they give you a lot of insight. I will just take few more seconds, okay, to tell you कि एक बंदे ने ट्रेड लिया लंबर के ऊपर. Okay, he took a trade on lumber where there was a artificial freeze on the plywood prices, not the lumber, plywood. Okay, the government came out and said के boss, ये कुछ $1 के ऊपर नहीं जा सकता. And it was a physical market at that point of time, not like our electronic market जहाँ पे freeze हो जाता है. So prices used to go to $1 and used to come down. So everybody thought it was a risk-free trade. So $1 पे जब भी आता था, people used to short it and make money. One fine day, the prices started trading about 1.05, 1.0, 1.10. So a big trader thought about it. And he said, boss, if everybody knows कि $1 के ऊपर plywood के price नहीं जा सकते, but people are ready to still buy at 1.5, 1.0, 1.10, that means there is a demand for it. He bought everything that he could get his on, and शाम को एक announcement आया कि the new ceiling price for the plywood, because there is a shortage of plywood, the new ceiling will be $3. What do you think happened to the prices? Boom, 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 $3 freeze. Same thing when I learned it, मैंने बहुत पहले, अभी तो नहीं, Jet Airways में strike हुई थी employee की, and the prices went down to 263. Strike went on for 11 days, and the prices between 263, 264, 263, 264, and it went to 245 and again came back to 263. And I said, boss, 11 दिन की strike के बाद Jet Airways at that point of time was one of the leading air carrier. अगर जब भी खत्म होगी, the prices will move up. So I took that concept of plywood and applied it onto my trade. So this way you can really learn from those books and how this big trader thinks.
So Jaffer is asking, how did you backtest your system?
So Jaffer, I backtested everything on AMI Broker. And some of the strategies that I use is on StockMark on option buying and selling strategies. So these are the two tools that I use for back testing.
So Sai Mohan is asking, excellent session, Vishal. Will particular system works forever if there is an edge in it?
Oh, that's a brilliant question, Sai. So everyone will have their own answer. My answer is, if you build a strategy which is based on a universal principle, there is something called as the first principle of trading. Okay, the market will trend. So if I'm going to build a strategy which is buying an all-time high, which is the purest form of trend following. Okay, if I would have bought Adani gets an all-time high, what would you think I would have made? 250 is 400, right? Any stock making an all-time is the purest form of trend following strategy. It will always work. It will go through a drawdown phase, mind you, and drawdown can be 40-50% drawdown, and people will think, it will stop working. The if mean reversion, I trade a lot of mean reversion strategies. It will always work. Theta decay, option will expire. Come what may, every Thursday option is going to expire. That's the universal principle. So if I build my strategy on those universal principle, it will always work. But the problem when will come is मैंने दो मूविंग एवरेज का क्रॉस ओवर ले लिया और मैंने एक ऑप्टिमाइज बटन दबा दिया अपने सिस्टम में एंड computer told me if you would have traded 15 and 78 moving average combination, it would have given you the best profit. Now, this is not going to work in the future because what you did, you cheated. You knew the result कि boss मेरे को profit सबसे ज़्यादा बनाना है. अभी now you tell me what has worked the past. Now you take that and you project it into the future. That does not work. So if you build a strategy on the first principle of trading, market will always trend, market will always mean revert, market will go through a black swan events. And when you develop all this and build strategies on it, it will work for you.
So Vishal, I cannot see more questions on the screen.
Sure.
But we'll wait for another 2
No,
minutes.
I can see market cycle keeps on changing. Sorry, I think it went up ahead.
What happened?
There was one more question.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yes.
I missed it.
Sure,
So Manjunath is again asking, market cycle keeps on changing. What is the minimum time period, backtest time you suggest?
So I don't decide the minimum time period. I actually want to take the system through a two bull cycle and a two bear cycle. Okay. So whenever the market has come up more than 20% from their 52-week low, it is considered as a bull market. And whenever the prices from the peak dropped more than 20%, it's considered as an official bear market. Now you go back in the database and find out when did this two event happen. When did the bull market started? From the 52-week low, it moved up by 20%. So that's that period. And from the top, it came down 2008, assuming was a 20% fall. 2016, I think, had a small fall, about 18-19%. Okay. So when you take this, your system through two bull market and a two bear market, and if that system has made money throughout this bull market, bear market, you find yourself a very robust strategy. But that does not mean that all the strategies should be profitable every year also. I would want to run a strategy, it may be loss making in certain part of the year, but it should be negatively correlated to some of the strategy that I'm making money on, because I want to cut down my drawdowns.
So should I come to next question, Vishal?
Sure.
So Amarjeet is asking, I am trapped in ONGC.
Okay.
I start trading at price 145. Now ONGC is at 72. Now my average is 78, but I am still trading ONGC. Is it right?
After today's session, do you tell me, Amarjeet, was it right? Your if you remember my statement, your ONGC at 145 would have actually screamed to get out at 140, would have screamed at you at get out at 130. Somewhere your position size, money management, something would have told you, okay, boss, it's 50% drawdown, right? If you ask me, even if my price is at 78, I would book that loss and I will get out. Even if it goes to 145 once again, but I wanted to, be in my head that एक बार अगर लॉस ले लिया ना मैंने, so I will share very good interesting story also. एक बहुत बड़ा ट्रेडर था, ट्रेडिंग रूम में बैठा था, उसको सीखना था बेसिकली. ही बिकेम अ लेजेंडरी ट्रेडर आफ्टरवर्ड्स, but he went to a very big trader when he was young, right? Like, he was just young kid, wanted to learn tips and tricks of trading. So he went out and his name was some name, right? I forgot the name. He went out, say, boss, आप मुझे सिखाओ, mentor me under you. So this guy goes and वो mentor बोलता है एक काम कर कि कॉफी का भाव क्या चल रहा है, what is the coffee trading at? Say some number he gave, 138 whatever. Say okay, go and buy it. So he goes and buys it. It was an open outcry system, right? And the price starts to 139, 140. And this guy is very happy because his life first trade was a profitable trade, a beginner's luck, right? And he's very happy. And that big, the old trader tells this new boy, that guy doesn't know the prices at 140 and go and sell it to him. And whatever price he quotes, you sell it to him. And he goes and comes back very furious. And I sold him at 136 when the market is trading at 140 because it was an open outcry system. Nobody knew exact pricing where it was traded. And I'm very angry. And that old trader told him, now you have learned the biggest lesson of your life. Start taking losses in this business. If you start taking losses, profit will take care of it. I think so. I would be the first trader come trainer or whatever you want to call me, would be talking about you to take losses rather than to book profit. But I know with my experience that taking a loss is the secret ingredient. The taking small losses is the secret ingredient to be profitable in this business.
So Vishal, next question is, martingale compounding can be used when we are in winning streak using dynamic position sizing.
I would say not martingale. You should. I think so. What you are trying to talk about is anti-martingale, and that's what we are going to talk about in next week session. The difference between martingale and anti-martingale money management system. I would do anti-martingale. I will never do martingale money management system.
So Vishal, I guess we are done for the day.
Yes.
And thank you so much for this beautiful session. It was
Thanks.
very helpful for all of us. Thank you guys. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
us. We'll see you next week. Bye bye. Bye Vishal.
Bye bye. Bye bye everyone. Bye.